Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank y'all for joining. This is the Caramel Rell Show. I am Caramel Rell. Let's jump into the show. Let's go ahead and speak to everyone first. Let's see who's here. Sheila Washington is here. Good morning. True TV Podcast is in the building. My top flight mod. Thanks for being here. Carla Burrell is here. Thanks for being here. My other top flight mod, Rose, is in the building. D Nice is here. Good morning. Who else we got? Cheryl Williams, I see you. Everybody's still pouring in. Let's go ahead and jump in. Y'all know we don't do a 10-minute mark, any other mark, y'all. We just jump into the news. So thank y'all for joining. All right. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Thank you, Nikki P, for joining us. Delicia Dismute, Shirley Terry, E. Parker, Maria Perry. Good morning, Kelly S. Good morning, Shaquanda. Faith Williams is here. Janetta Boyd is here. Lisa Bell is here. Good morning, everyone, and everybody coming in. Let's get started with the first topic. All right, so a man dressed up like Batman, you guys. This is so crazy, but you got to pay attention to what he was saying because he definitely was spilling some definite truth. All right, so a man dressed as Batman goes off on Santa Clara City Council over their cooperation with ICE. Everybody's sick of this mess with ICE, right? He's telling them to effing do something, right? Let's get into it.
What the are we doing here? Seriously, you have had months to prepare for this upcoming event. I don't give a damn if this is outside of decorum. People are dying on our streets every single day in this country because we allow this federal government to walk all over you. Look me in the eye. Can any one of you go home to your children and tell them that you did everything you could to protect their classmates, to protect their grandparents, to protect them? I don't think you can, with the exception of Park. Thank you. This needs to have happened 2 months ago, but you can still make it up and make every single policy on this little sheet of paper here happen right now, happen before the Super Bowl. Happen before potentially hundreds of masked men come into our city and kill people. I am disgusted by each and every one of you, with the exception of Councilmember Park, that you have not done something more. You need to affirm that no city resources will go to ICE, that no cooperation will be given to them. You need to affirm to the country, to the world, that you are not cowards. Because as of right now, I stand in front of a council of cowards. And if you do not act, you're not just cowards, you are traitors. Traitors to each and every individual you serve. To each and every individual that lives in this country, legal or not. You need to do something about getting these policies into writing, ensuring that your officers do not cooperate with ICE, ensuring that they cannot use city resources, that they cannot tap into city data before more people die. Yes, more people die. I don't think I need to go into how many people have been shot, how many people have been taken, how many children have been abducted and used as bait. I don't need to tell you that. You see it on the TV every single day. I don't want you to sit back and watch. I want you to do something.
All right, everyone.
Each and every one of these people who have came up has been very polite, very earnest, very kind, pleading you, begging you to do something. I'm not begging you. I'm demanding that you act with some semblance of a spine. Do something.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
What the?
It's the walk away for me, right? Did y'all see how he walked away when he turned around and flipped that cake back, baby? He came up in there to cuss everybody out, right? Now, the message that he was giving was very much so needed, okay? I think they were probably like, why the fuck is he dressed like Batman. But now they said, according to TMZ, the man who was only identified as himself as Batman expressed his frustration by scolding the council with cuss words and banging on the podium. It says that he has accused them of putting the city at risk by allowing the federal government to take over ahead of the upcoming Super Bowl. I told you guys yesterday that ICE agents will be very much so seen at the Super Bowl to get people who are not supposed to be in this country. So they're going to be looking for people at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I told y'all these people paid all this money for these damn tickets, and you get there and ICE agents run up on you and snatch you up, child. That would be a hot ass mess, right? But let's continue because we got another piece of news that just dropped 15 minutes ago. That's how on it I am. Don Lemon, you guys, has been arrested. Let's get into it. Don Lemon, honey. Don Lemon. This is breaking news. Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents at a Los Angeles hotel over the Minneapolis church protest interview. Y'all see that? Former CNN anchor Don Lemon was attested by federal agents at Los Angeles hotel in connection with the Minneapolis church storming, where he interviewed anti-ICE protesters. So yeah, they do need to free him. I see people in the comments saying free him. His attorney did drop a statement. I'll read some of it. Y'all excuse me. All right. So Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. It says that Don has been a journalist for over 30 years, and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he was always doing. It says that the First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role it is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. It says that there is more important time for people like Don to be doing this work. I didn't see what he did wrong. For him to be arrested. So this sounds like this sounds like Trump might be behind this, right? Because he was very much so upset, and he even commented on Don Lemon going into this church and pretty much interviewing the pastor at that church. You could tell the pastor did not want him there, but I didn't see where Don Lemon crossed any lines to where he should have been arrested. So this right here, he may have him a good case. Okay, he could have him a good case on this situation right here. So that's the update on that. He has been arrested though. Okay, let's move along. All right, Cardi B, honey. Cardi B is making it clear she is not a Trump supporter. She is not a Trump supporter. Let's get into her. All right. So Cardi B makes it clear she will never support Trump and tried to warn us in her speech last year. Let's get into it.
The president that he knows that I'm never supported him and stuff like that. And it's like I be feeling like I know the White House watches my show.
You have a platform.
Yes, I have a big platform. So it's like I know they watch it. They listen to what I say. I might not say it the prettiest way, you know what I'm saying? But I know they listen to what I say. I have to speak the lesser evil. I can't. And people thought it was funny. People made fun of my accent. People made fun of my speech. People forgot that people this, and that. And it's like, y'all gonna see what's funny. Shit ain't funny right now, isn't it? Shit is really tough out here. Then it's like, oh, why y'all not speaking up? I tried to speak up last year. Like I was trying to tell you, I said it in my speech. Like I said it, everything that's gonna happen, I said it in my speech. My hands is in my ass, deep in it. I try to give people a warning, and it's like, it is what it is. Like, it's like, America is in a very bad place. There's a president that he knows that I'm never supported him and stuff like that. And it's like I be feeling like I know the White House watches my show.
You have a platform.
Yeah.
So y'all see that? So Cardi B has publicly affirmed that she will not ever, heavy on the ever, child, support Trump. She will not be a Trump supporter, kind of like how Nicki Minaj has gone full MAGA. Like she said, yeah, you ain't got to worry about that shit over here. No. All right, moving right along. Let's get into this Sonya Massey update. Her father has now spoken out, and he's asking for more jail time for this officer who took his daughter's life. Let's get into it. You can hear the passion in his voice. You can hear that he's still in pain about losing his daughter. But Sonya Massey's father delivers some strong words after Sean Grayson, which is the officer who unalived Sonya Massey, is sentenced for 20 years is what he got sentenced to. Let's go ahead and listen to this.
I'm just overwhelmed with joy. We prayed that this would happen, that he would get the maximum sentence. But we look forward to him being prosecuted federally for violation of Sonya's civil rights. I don't care about who's running this country right now. But I'm going to let you know that as her dad, I want him prosecuted federally too, so that when his sentence is up here in the state of Illinois, he can begin his federal sentence in the federal penitentiary. I'm just overwhelmed with joy.
Okay. So you guys see here, former Illinois Deputy Sean Grayson gets 20 years for unaliving Sonya Massey. Says I was very unprofessional that night. That is what he said in court. You guys remember this whole situation that happened when Sonya Massey she actually called the police for help, and the police came there. This particular officer here went too far and unalived her. And thank God the other officer got it on body cam, because this officer here was going to try to lie about it. But thank God the other officer stepped forward and said, no, that's not how it happened. According to my recollection, he was the aggressor here. She was not trying to throw anything on him. She was not trying to resist or anything like that. He definitely was the aggressor. So thank God that they saw that. And he was given 20 years for this situation. But Sonya Massey's family is asking that he get federal time after he finished serving the 20 years that he's been sentenced to. All right, so let's move on. Y'all can sound off on that. Let me know what y'all think. All right. Let's get into this next topic. This person right here, child, she cannot stay out of trouble. Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested for excessive speeding. Let's get into her. All right. Shout out to Smash the Topic. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. All right. On the previous topic as well. Olympic track star Sha'Carri Richardson, who was 25 years old, was arrested in Orange County for driving over 100 miles per hour as indicated by jail records. She faces charges of dangerous excessive speeding and booked into the Orange County jail, where she will be held on a $500 bond. I'm sure she's out by now. $500 is nothing to her. The specific details regarding the location of the incident remain unclear. So as you guys can see, this is her mugshot. She look good. Okay. Eyebrows done. Her done. Okay. Mad at it. But y'all know Sha'Carri, we last saw that she was in trouble when she had the airport incident where she was being domestically abusive towards her boyfriend, hitting him, pushing him into a column in the airport. And she was in trouble for that too. Right. Before that, she got in trouble for they found some marijuana on her. So she had to sit it out for a while and not be able to perform in the Olympics. But yeah, so this is her mugshot and this is her information here. All right. She was booked on the 29th, which was yesterday. As you guys can see, the charge for that is dangerous excessive speeding over 100 miles per hour. They're probably going to take her license. She'll probably have a license taken behind that. But what do y'all think? So she run fast and she drive fast out here. Oh my God. Let's get into this Bill Cosby update. Y'all know Bill Cosby has most recently admitted to putting the Drugianas child in the Quaaludes, to be exact. Quaaludes. There was a doctor back in the early 70s, 80s that he says that gave him a prescription, a gynecologist who gave him prescription for Quaaludes that he used to put in women's drink to sexually assault them. But it says that Cosby's camp now is pushing back, and a rep says that reports of Quaalude admission are twisted. How would he say it? All right, so shout out to Brown Girl Grinding and Hollywood Unlocked. Let's read. Says that I received a statement from Bill Cosby's rep in response to the reporting of Bill Cosby's admitting under oath that he refilled a recreational prescription for Quaaludes with the intention of giving the pills to women in hopes of having sex with them. It says that the rep tells me the reporting is per usual a distortion based on cherry-picked excerpts of a deposition. It says that not once had Cosby admitted to involuntarily incapacitating anyone. It said that Quaaludes were the party drug of the 70s. There were literally billboards that advertised the drug. They were consumed like candy. It goes on to say that it will be for a jury to decide whether the plaintiff's story that she took a Quaalude believing it was an aspirin is credible. It said that and includes an ad that she alleged was standing in the 1970s. But he did admit that. Oh, I'm saying. Here's the ad. It says Quaalude and Coke, which is an icebreaker. All right, that's a 1970 Quaalude and Coke Bacardi rum billboard ad back in the day. Y'all see that? All right, so you guys see deposition alleges Bill Cosby's gynecologist friend prescribed him Quaalude 7 times to drug women for sex. Said that he never took the pills himself. Of course, he ain't gonna take them. Everybody can't be knocked out, right? The goal is to knock you out so then you can have your way with these people. So, of course, he ain't about to take no damn Quaalude because that defeats the purpose, right? OMG. So this is the woman who was going after him. So the Bill Cosby admits that he had 7 Quaalude prescriptions to drug women. The bombshell admission is part of a deposition that Cosby gave in a lawsuit filed by one of his RAPE accusers, Donna Moxinger. And parts of his testimony are included in new legal documents obtained by TMZ. This is the woman here who is in question, who says that she was given a Quaalude that she thought was an aspirin from Bill Cosby, and he had his way with her during the time that she was knocked out. Okay, so that's it on that. All right, let me turn my heater down, y'all. I'm hot. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting. Let's get to the next topic. We're going to keep it moving. All right, so this suspect here, this is crazy. When I saw this, I said, he just didn't give a damn. This suspect here decided to assault a police officer, female police officer, when he's already being charged. He's a suspect and is accused of sexually attacking a college student, also charged after attempting to grab a female detective's butt during the arrest. Let's look at the video. We have that. Shout out to It's On Site. All right, this is a Miami-Dade suspect. Okay, let's go.
New charges are filed against the man accused of sexual battery on a Florida Memorial University student. Now, police say he also assaulted the lead detective on the case.
NBC6's Marissa Bagg is live at Miami Gardens Police Headquarters to explain. Marissa?
And Jackie and Trina, that alleged assault happened while the suspect, Stephen Rivers, was being transported out of the building. And that happened right at that pedestrian bridge that you see there behind me. He was being escorted to a patrol car that eventually took him to jail, but he allegedly touched a female officer who was close to him on the bridge. It's unmistakable. Dressed in a white jumpsuit, suspect Stephen Rivers reaches for the backside of the female detective on the left of your screen. The officer holding Rivers sees it and shoves him into the wall. It happened while officers were escorting Rivers to the patrol car that drove him to jail. Police say Rivers did it on purpose because he made a crude comment afterward, which was shared with a judge in court today.
So he was trying to grab the female officer's butt, and then another officer stopped him, and he told that other officer, "Good catch, but I don't give an F."
It added 3 more charges to already very serious allegations. Rivers was in custody at the time, suspected of a sexual battery against a student at Florida Memorial University last Sunday morning. Detectives say Rivers followed the student onto campus and forced himself on her. They caught up with him 2 days later in the neighborhood nearby, after his DNA matched with what was found at the scene.
As to count 1, he attacked the victim at 6 in the morning. I think he's a great danger to the community and to women in Miami-Dade County.
The judge gave Rivers a $500,000 bond and ordered if he posts that bond, he's prohibited from going back to FMU. Rivers got out of prison in December after serving 1 year for lewd and lascivious behavior. Investigators worry there could be more victims out there.
Anyone with information or who believes they may have been a victim is encouraged to contact the Miami Gardens Police Department.
The female detective Rivers is charged with assaulting is the lead investigator in the sexual battery case. Wow. She led the team that brought him into custody. And here in Miami-Dade County, Rivers was previously convicted of robbery by sudden snatching as well as aggravated stalking. And just last month, after he was released from prison, a jury found him not guilty of attempted sexual battery. Sexual battery is now the most serious charge he is facing in this latest case. We are live in Miami Gardens. Marissa Bagg, NBC6 News.
All right, what do y'all think about that? So, a Miami-Dade man is already facing charges for the sexual battery of a college student at Florida Memorial University. Is now facing additional charges after authorities say that he attempted to grab a female detective's butt during the arrest, as you guys just saw. Now, a judge, of course, did give him a $500,000 bond, which he probably won't get out. And if he does, she has given him special instructions not to go around the same area that he was seen committing said crime. All right. He is crazy. What would make him do that? Did you not think that you were going to get more charges for doing that, grabbing this lady's butt? Like, he is definitely a danger to the community. If you're out here R-wording and trying to sexually batter women or anyone. Like, he should not be on the streets at all. I'm surprised they gave him a bond, but that's the update on that. Let's get into this next person who also was apprehended in Florida. They were looking for him, and he's been found. Okay. Let's get into him. Dvonte Davis has his preliminary hearing in court with Judge Mindy Glazer. Let's go ahead and get into that.
Good morning, sir.
Shout out to Gospel of the City.
Mr. Davis, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim. Also, no contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes.
Attempted kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery.
Where their alleged victim has lied to them in an effort to try and extort money out of somebody. This case is going absolutely nowhere. The police officer who investigated this was lied to blatantly.
Objection. A judge has already found probable cause. All I'm asking is, Your Honor, leave the bond and issue the stay away order.
I understand this is not my...
Good morning, sir. Mr. Davis.
So y'all see this? Dvonte Davis has special instructions to stay away from his alleged victim, the girl that pressed charges on him for coming to her job because she was a bartender and roughing her up, grabbing her by the neck, and forcefully pulling her into a parking deck where he was getting ready to put her into a car. He was being very aggressive with her, but she wound up getting away. All of it was captured on a video surveillance from that particular bar that she worked at, and other witnesses that worked with her were there to see this interaction as well. So, of course, you know, Dvonte Davis did have a warrant for his arrest, which he stayed on the run for weeks. Police wound up catching him in Miami, and they did arrest him. So this is his preliminary hearing that I just played for you.
You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim. Also, no contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes.
Attempted kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery.
Where their alleged victim has lied to them in an effort to try and extort money out of somebody. This case is going absolutely...
I don't think this is extortion. That's some bullshit. And that's probably what he told his attorney. Oh, she's trying to get money out of me. He was only dating this girl for 5 months, and he began to rough her up. He also, I told you guys, had another case with his baby mama where he did the same thing. He actually slapped her in the face, and she pressed charges on him. And something happened between the two of them to where she, I feel like, got scared, and she went and dropped those charges against him. But he is just unstoppable. He has hands. He's got hands for women, and his ass need to be sitting in jail. I don't feel like he should get a bond either. I just don't feel like a person who is that aggressive, who be grabbing women by the neck and trying to strangulate them and shit. They should not be out because you are dangerous. Suppose you would have unalived this woman or snapped her neck, because they say he was very forceful in how he was handling this woman because he was upset. And then you came to her job where she's trying to make a coin. So if she's going to work every day trying to earn money, why is she also trying to extort money from you? Like, make it make sense. Get out of here.
Nowhere. The police officer who investigated this was lied to blatantly.
Objection. A judge has already found probable cause. All I'm asking is, Your Honor, leave the bond and issue the stay away order.
I understand this is not my...
Y'all see what happened there, okay? So as we get more updates on that, I will give you guys the updates on Dvonte Davis. But he did have his first preliminary hearing. All right, so shout out to Gospel of the City. Let's move along. Sean, let's get into reality TV. Shani O'Neal, okay? She has made a declaration, honey, that Henderson, because you know she's married to Pastor Sweet Draws over there. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Shawnee Henderson announces her that Basketball Wives will not be returning. I told you guys yesterday, day before, when I was showing you guys the video with Jennifer Williams and her fraudulent husband over there, that there has been something going on where several lawsuits and people were fired from the same network who put out the show Basketball Wives. I said it's probably not coming back. I said that, and then here's Shawnee today making the announcement that Basketball Wives will not be returning. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Everybody, I wanted to jump on here real quick before the news got out and people try to be messy and make this something that it's not. This is just called growth. And, you know, moving forward. I'm announcing today that Basketball Wives will not be returning. Since its launch in 2010, this franchise has been the defining part of my professional journey. What began as a vision to tell my story and stories of women like me grew into a cultural movement that created opportunity, sparked conversation, and honestly amplified voices that deserve to be heard. I'm so grateful to VH1, Truly Original, Shed Media, and BET for their partnership and belief in a show that left a long-lasting mark on entertainment. Most importantly, I'm thankful to the women who trusted me with their stories and the creatives in front of and behind the camera who helped bring this vision to life season after season. Growth requires evolution and knowing when to honor a chapter while preparing for what's next. While this journey is concluding, I'm actively developing new projects that align with my personal and professional purpose, continuing to create meaningful opportunities for women across media and business. Basketball Wives will always be a cherished part of my legacy and a foundation of my career as a producer. Thank you for your support from day one, and I look forward to this next season of leadership, creativity, and expansion, and sharing it with you. Hey, everybody.
Y'all see that? So Basketball Wives is no more. So yeah, it's over. For those of you that are huge fans of Basketball Wives, sorry to disappoint you guys this morning, but Shawnee Henderson, who is the executive producer of the show, has announced that it is not coming back. What do y'all think? Do y'all care? Drea Michelle is begging for the show to come back. Let's get into her. Y'all know she made a few appearances on that show as well. All right, so Drea Michelle, this is her page, says, I don't know. At Shawnee, she's adding at Shawnee, says maybe one more giddy up. Says that maybe like a farewell dinner, but filmed. She said that I'll co-executive produce. But y'all know, yeah, she's not trying to do that. Says that Shawnee says that Basketball Wives update said that you heard it first here. Basketball Wives will not be returning, so she's staying. She's pretty much sticking to her guns of it not returning. Okay. Says thank you to BET, VH1, Shed Media, and to everyone who supported this chapter from the very beginning. What started as a vision became a platform and amplified voices and opened doors. This isn't an ending, it's a transition. I'm stepping into a new season with exciting projects ahead that align with where I am personally and professionally. More to come. Signed off as Shawnee. What y'all think about that? So yeah, sorry, Drea. She's like, yeah, no, we're done, girl. Find somewhere else to go get a coin. All right. Let's move along. Y'all, I told you guys yesterday about Lisa Wu from formerly from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She has some words to say with Nene. Nene has now responded. So the girls are fighting, girl. Let's get into it. All right. Nene Leaks goes in on Lisa Wu and calls her desperate and urges AA after filming Ultimate Girls Trip together. Not AA, Nene. You trying to say she's a drunk? You trying to say she need to get in them classes with Karen Huger up over there? Let's get into this mess, y'all. It says, well, the queen has spoken. Shout out to Mr. Housewives. Says the Nene Leaks left a comment on one of my posts calling Lisa Wu desperate and implying that Lisa needs AA. Now, Nene also added, please go heal. We're going to look at that here in a second. All right. Since as previously reported, Nene Leaks, Sheree Whitfield, and Kim Zolciak and Lisa Wu all filmed together last week for a one-time appearance during the Ultimate Girls Trip. During that filming, Lisa and Nene allegedly went at it. Okay, now I told y'all, and Lisa also said that the only reason why she went off on Nene is because Nene was disrespecting her. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so Nene has said to her, Lisa Wu suggests that she and Nene Leaks clashed while filming Ultimate Girls Trip. So Nene says, desperate, AA, please go heal. And then she, of course, y'all know Nene's favorite thing to say is bloop. Okay, that's her thing. So let's continue. This is what Lisa Wu had to say.
If the show brought you all back, would you all go back and turn up for the ladies?
They asked me 3 times. I have laughed disrespectfully. No, but you know what? I'll go, but see, people bother me and they ruffle my feathers. And so I got to give one of them. And they want to say, like, I was tipsy or something. No, you disrespected me. So I had to get with you. Okay, if she go, I'll go and I'll be her backup. See, that's the part. I can go shades, but I prefer hands. You see, so that's why exactly. It was an alter ego thing, and I was a ninja. That's what I'm saying. She's a ninja, and I'm a ninja.
All right, so Lisa Wu claps back here. This person here says Lisa has been a drunk at events in the past. Says that I hope she's okay. So Lisa Wu responded by adding, this woman who called her a drunk says was totally about the disrespect. So not about me drinking, girl, because I mean that's what you go do when you go out. You want to get you a nice little drink to kind of break the ice and to kind of calm you down when you're out and about. But Lisa was like, girl, it was not because I was out here drunk. It's because Nene disrespected me. Okay, so get it right. All right, so it said that Lisa Wu suggests that she and Nene Leaks clashed while filming during the Ultimate Girls Trip. According to what it says here, y'all see here when Nene tells her to go heal, bloop. This person here says that don't nobody give a about no Demetria, right? They were talking about Demetria McKinney, who was just sitting, who was just talking with Lisa Wu in the video I just showed you guys. Because she's saying that she was asked 3 times to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and each time she said no. I need to see a contract on that girl, because I don't know. Because I feel like when Demetria McKinney was on there, she wasn't really that relevant on the show. But here are the girls. All right. What y'all think about that when Nene is calling Lisa Wu a whole drunk out here, child? All right, so let's move along. Tasha K has rubbed Teyana Taylor the wrong way, and it seems like a lawsuit may be coming Tasha's way, child. Y'all know Tasha stay get sued. She don't give no damns. Okay. So let's get into it. Tasha K says, Teyana Taylor, yeah, the F I said it. And what? Says, call your lawyers, boo, if you think I'm lying on you. So it was some type of video that Tasha did where Teyana Taylor is saying that Tasha did not report accurately on some things as related to her. So she's getting ready to lawyer up. And Tasha K has now responded. Let's get into it. Shout out to Unwind with Tasha K.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if anybody asks you how Tasha K feels about Teyana Taylor, just send them this video. I absolutely adore her. I love her artistry. I love who she is as a woman. I love who she is as a Black woman, as a mother, as a fellow creative. I love everything that she stands for. Y'all know me by now. If I've said anything about anybody, I put 10 on 20. I cannot chase down AI-generated channels. YouTube has to deal with that. But just if anybody else is saying anything other than Tasha K loving Teyana, I don't know what else to say, okay? That is that. Congratulations on your Oscar nomination, TT. You got this, girl. You know the winos fuck with you. I don't even know why you playing. I know Teyana team. Don't play with me. Bye, girl.
So y'all know Tasha's trying to downplay it, but Teyana Taylor did say that she would sue Tasha for a video that she did that was not representing her in, I guess, the most positive light. Y'all know Tasha stay getting sued, child. She's been sued quite a few times, and she's still paying off Cardi B in payments because she had to pay millions of dollars for some derogatory comments about her and defamation lawsuit against her as well from Cardi B. So Tasha, here you are now messing with Teyana Taylor, who don't be bothering nobody, right? What y'all think about that? Let's move along. All right, let's get into this Kenya Moore news that I know you guys gonna be able to use. Now, Kenya Moore's been out here downplaying her finances for quite some time now, but we have an update on Kenya because she fussed out somebody in a live the other day and called them stupid whenever they questioned her about her finances. All right, so breaking news, shout out to the Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page. It says that former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore has filed for bankruptcy after revealing a massive $2.7 million debt related to failed business ventures. But see, she's trying to say, well, yesterday when I played, oh, I'm fine. Y'all are stupid. Da, 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 da. But Kenya has had to file for bankruptcy, according to this, for a $2.7 million debt related. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing, then I'm going to have to come back because I like to always keep everything in order. So let's go ahead and play the video so y'all can hear what this is saying with Kenya. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to Real Housewives. Housewives from a Housewife. Let's go.
Any truth about the salon case? What truth? I mean, people are so obsessed with my salon. If you are so obsessed, book an appointment. Why are you so obsessed with the salon? It's my money. It's my case. You know, people open businesses, close businesses, have businesses, don't have businesses, successful businesses, not successful businesses. Like, let's just talk about the Housewives, okay? Lisa Rinna had a clothing store. It's closed. Kyle Richards had a clothing store. It's closed. Like, people have businesses throughout the history of housewives, right? Some are successful, some are not. Just do your research. I don't want to be a hater. Do your research. Look at all the women that have businesses and that don't. Look at all the Fortune 500 companies that have businesses and they are closing their doors, okay? Whether or not I keep my salon, that's still being written. We're still in court. Last week, I was not present in court. It was my attorney. And as you know, I built out an entire salon. I'm just going to keep this quick because I said I wasn't going to talk about anything negative. And people try to, there's a really obsessed person that keeps having these, quote unquote eviction watches and stuff about my salon. So there was
Should she be talking about Michelle ATLian? Because Michelle's been keeping a very close watch on that salon and everything that's going on with it, including the court documents as well. So shout out to her for staying on top of that. I told you guys yesterday, I did see Millichan actually go to the salon and she videoed herself, went live and showed that during business hours, which was supposed to be working hours, that the salon was closed. There was no one there, right? She waited around for a long time and no traffic was coming in or out. So I feel like Kenya is like all cap right here. I think she's trying to keep the audience into thinking, or make the audience think that she's doing so well. The salon is doing so well. In court documents, it says where the landlord has ordered Kenya to get out. They don't want to fool with her anymore. She's hard to deal with. She is not paying the rent like she's supposed to. $80-something thousand she withheld, talking about she did upgrades for the salon. But they would not return the money to her when they're saying that's not in the contract, love. You spent what you want to out of your money, and now that you out here broke, you're trying to come up off the landlord saying that they're supposed to reimburse you when the landlord was like, that was never in the agreement. Well, let's
hearing because when they would not pay me back my $80,000 for my tenant improvement allowance, I had a white box. I know a lot of you may not know what a white box is, but it literally is a brand new space that has never been touched. It literally has no plumbing, no electrical, no anything. It's a white box. I built out a white box. It cost me over $300,000 of my own money in cash, right? So that's 3 years ago that I did that build out. So that's 3 years ago. I reported that on my taxes. Okay. So to me, it's a matter of principle. You need to pay me back the money. You can't, even if I leave, you need to pay me back the money. You cannot have a space that I improved to the tune of $300,000 that you can now rent to other people, including a whole separate level, and not expect to pay me back my tenant improvement allowance. So shame on you for even having to get this far into court where I would have to sue you for not paying me back. Okay, it has nothing to do whether you can pay the rent or not. I was not in court. So if they said,
Kenya, and I said it yesterday, you were ordered. You were ordered because you asked your attorneys to ask the judge, can they break that $80,000 down into 3 payments? And the judge said yes. So why are you sitting here still saying that you should be getting your money back when you agreed per your attorneys that you would pay this landlord this money? Nowhere in the court document says anything that your landlord had to pay you anything back because you were in breach of contract for withholding rent because you went out and did some upgrades to the place that they didn't ask you to do. You did it because you wanted it to look more glamorous. So you don't get the money back for that.
that I had to pay into the court before case in case I was ruled against or not, we don't know. I don't have a court date yet. So that's really just the gist of it. Is there any truth about this?
Girl, bye. I just showed you guys. Now she's here, as I just showed you guys, she just filed for bankruptcy for $2.7 million in debt. All right, what y'all think about that? I'm not reveling in the fact that she's doing that, but I feel like Kenya be all cap when it comes to her finances. Like, just be real about it. You know, people gonna pull the documents on it. I mean, damn. It's the same thing when it happened with her house. You know, her house was getting ready to be on the chopping block because she wasn't paying her taxes on her home. Like, just say, hey, since I lost my job with Real Housewives of Atlanta, money's kind of been tight. You know, millionaires file for bankruptcy all the time. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, but don't sit up and call people stupid and ignorant and call people names when you know you're having financial problems, right? Child, let's move along. Let's get into this next topic. Shout out to Real Housewives of Potomac fan page, where Andy Cohen is letting Gizelle know, yeah, I'm drawing the line with you. You're not gonna keep being a mean girl on my platform. So let's get into it. Andy Cohen has officially drawn a hard line in the sand, and Gizelle Bryant is standing dangerously on the wrong side of it. Now, as Gizelle continues her relentless campaign to brand Karen Huger with felon labels and use Karen's legal troubles as an excuse to refuse filming, Andy has made one thing unmistakably clear: cast members do not run production. Thank you, because she's been doing what the hell she want to do all this time. Y'all know Gizelle get away with a lot, so I'm happy that Andy's putting his foot down, and he put one up her ass. Now it says, and personal vendettas will not be rewrite the rules of Real Housewives of Potomac. Come on, Andy. Yes. Now, so the sources say that Andy sees Gizelle's behavior not as a moral stance, but as unchecked ego and unprofessional power posturing. Privately warning that reality TV isn't about control, comfort, or punishment by exclusion. It says that it's about showing up, period. Right? So I told you guys yesterday that Karen was saying that the girls were trying to get her booted from the show since she got out of jail. Y'all know she got out of jail and went straight to filming. She got out of jail and went straight to filming. And the girls were feeling the way about that. Like, why she get all this preferential treatment? Well, she is the grande dame. She is one of the favorites of Andy. Andy loves Karen Huger. I mean, didn't he just give her whole interview and special where he interviewed her about her time in jail and all of that? We looked at it yesterday. And it said that behind the scenes, Andy reportedly doubled down that Karen Huger remains a non-negotiable pillar of the franchise. Okay? Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. I think, Gizelle, you will go before Karen. If Andy had to make a cut, it would definitely be Gizelle over Karen, because Gizelle, you bring nothing. You piggyback off all the women's issues on the show. You bring nothing. You don't have a relationship, not a notable relationship. You bring nothing to the show. Your daughters are grown and they're gone now. So it's like, what do you have to offer the show? Like, it's given that you're gonna be like Robin off the show here soon if you don't soon start showing some things about yourself, which I don't know that will be. We're tired of looking at your trap house and all of that furniture that you be having up in there, girl. Like, we're over it. But let's continue. It says that no amount of shaming, labeling, or off-camera maneuvering will change that reality. The message was blunt and icy. Said that film with the grande dame or risk being quietly paused until you remember how this job works. This is what Andy is telling Gizelle. Right? He's checking her ass. I'm going to say it again. Andy is telling Gizelle, film with the grande dame or risk being quietly paused until you remember how this works. Meaning, remember, I'm running this shit, not you. So Gizelle, it sounds like she's refusing to film scenes with Karen because she is feeling the way that Karen is getting this preferential treatment since she's gotten out of jail. She's the grande dame. She's being treated how she was before she went to jail. Karen has always been treated with the highest regard on the show, and they know that. And maybe they're feeling a little jealous. But Andy has let them know, yeah, either you film with her or get your ass on somewhere. They said this wasn't a suggestion. One-sided claim said it was a final warning. And with that, says that the hierarchy of Real Housewives of Potomac, was reestablished loudly, publicly, and without apology. Okay? So thank you, Andy, for coming in and letting Gizelle's ass know. All right, so here they are. All right, so this is what was said. It says, I don't run this show on personal vendettas or petty labels. This is Andy talking. It says, if you sign up for reality, you show up, period. Refusing to film, pushing a narrative, or playing ego games isn't cute. It's unprofessional. The grande dame stays, and anyone who can't do the job can be paused. Y'all hear that? That's what Andy has said to everyone on the show, because several girls have come together like an alliance, like a little bully, little mean girl. Y'all know Gizelle is a mean girl, honey. She has gotten some other girls together on Real Housewives of Potomac to come against Karen to try to boot her from the show. Andy says no. Andy says no. He says, here, if you sign up for reality, you show up. Refusing to film, pushing a narrative, or playing ego games is not cute. It's unprofessional. The grande dame stays, meaning Karen ain't going no fucking where. Your ass will be paused, and Karen will continue to get a check. What do y'all think about that? That's Andy talking. All right. Y'all know he is the gatekeeper of Bravo and all of the franchises that are underneath Bravo's label there. So what do y'all think about that? All right. So he put Gizelle's ass in check, and I'm happy that he did. Okay. But that is our show for this morning, you guys. Sorry it was not a long show. As you guys know, I'm not feeling my best. Okay, I got a little cold. I want to kind of get myself together. All right. I do have a meeting coming up at 11, and after that, I'm going to chill out. But thank you guys so much for joining the show. Let me get back to my main screen. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed all the topics that we discussed this morning. I try to give you guys all the updates on what was going on as far as who was in jail, who got out of jail, all of that. Thank you so much for being a new member, Terry Copeland. I appreciate you. Who else we got? Do we have? Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I see a new member. Thank you so much for being a member. We appreciate you over here. You guys can go over and get your memberships on Rails World as well. We have memberships and all that stuff set up now. I went ahead and set all of that up. So if you guys want to do it over there, you guys can as well. But thank you guys so much. Thank you to my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank you guys all for doing a great job of modding the chat. Thank you to all the content creators who also joined this chat as well to support the video. All my Caramelians, y'all know I love y'all down. Yeah, it's just a little cold. It's not like I'm sick, but it's like a little cold, and I just feel like, right. But thank you guys. Love you guys down. I will see you guys for midday pop-in. I will still be back, okay? I will be back for midday pop-in, so you guys keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live. All right. Happy Friday to everybody. You guys have a wonderful day. Till the next one. Bye. Subscribe to the channel. And all the things. Hype up this video as well. Okay. Bye.